Sonic Waffle.
It's Sonic Waffle episode 1. We haven't got a title for it because we only just made up the title for the show.
Yeah, well, you know, that's how we do.
Standard stuff. It's myself, Bayfield, and Mr. Quest. What's been happening, mate?
Fuck all. Well, no, I shouldn't really say fuck all.
That's a lie.
That's
You've done loads of things. You've made life.
You know what? I like to downplay a lot of shit. Yeah, you'll find this out pretty soon, right? Yeah, but yeah, a few things have happened. I had a little baby girl.
That's a thing.
It's a thing.
That's an actual thing.
It's a very serious thing.
What's the thing called?
Brielle.
Nice. Oh,
yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
How is Brielle now?
She's just come up to 2 months. 2 months. And
is it still within warranty for returns and that then? Or?
Mate, I think the warranty's over. Yeah. If my missus has anything to do with that. Yeah, but yeah, it's a very serious thing having a baby.
That's why I haven't got one.
I think you know what? Yeah. When you think, oh yeah, I'm having a baby, it doesn't really hit you until you see that baby coming out of your missus. And that's when it sinks in.
When it sinks in that you're stuck with it. At that moment,
you're like, I'm having a baby. But then you're not having a baby. She's having a baby.
No, you're just watching.
Yeah, but
you're making no effort.
But at that moment, I thought, my life is never going to be the same again. And I've been saying it for months. That is the fuckery about this. I had been saying it for months. My life is never going to be the same again. And it took till the baby was half out of my missus for me to be like, my life is going to fucking change.
Was it like literally half or 51%? When it was more out than in, was it like
57%? Yeah.
Okay, 57%. Right. So there was that point where you're like, I could get it back in and just leg it.
Yeah.
And just
by that time it's too late. You know, my mother was there. Like there was a lot of pressure.
Oh, did you have the whole? Did you have the whole? Oh,
well,
that's
it was
awesome.
just mother, me, and my missus, and yeah, it's a time in my life that I will never forget. I don't think for the reasons that other people would say, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna take that one to my grave.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you've yet to experience it.
I hope I never experience it.
I'm gonna tell you something now, yeah. For however long you can run,
I think
run.
I've been thinking about this more than I think I'm just going to get. Do you remember those from the 90s, those baby born?
Yeah.
Those little babies where you got the spoon with the food on, the plastic babies, you just poked it and the food disappeared and you're like, oh, I fed a baby. I think I'm just going to get one of them and lie to my girlfriend and convince her that. I was like, yeah, no, you were asleep when it came out. But that's definitely ours. That's legit. And look, it's eating this whole spoon of cherries. Yeah. And then she'll be like, why does it only make one noise? And I'll be like, because I didn't have the budget for the premium doll that had all the sounds in it.
Mate, if you can get away with that, you've cracked the code.
Mate, I think I can do it. I'm quietly confident I can make that work.
You have cracked the code that we've been trying to crack. Man has been trying to crack for years.
And you just need to get a baby born. Basically, if you watch more morning television on a Saturday, just watch all the toy adverts, combine all the tech from all the toy adverts, you definitely get a convincing android baby out of it that you can just program to like. So what age do you think your child can go to a rave? I'm curious because I'm always curious because I know, like most people, their perspective on when it's fine to go raving changes when they're responsible for some other fucker.
Yeah, of course.
So when can your child go to a rave?
Like, see, like right 45, now for me, it's looking like 60. Yeah,
like retirement. Yeah, get a bus pass, get down to Fabric.
I look at my daughter and I'm like, yeah, your freedom starts at 60 right now. Yeah.
Are you going to be, by that point, are you still planning to be about? Are you going to be more like Obi-Wan Kenobi, where you're just like a vision just forcing around? Like just
I'd rather be a Force Ghost at that point.
Yeah, I think it's going to be easier, isn't it?
I think the world would be so fucked up at that point. I'd rather be a Force Ghost.
It's going to be shit. I mean, like EastEnders will probably have finished on telly. So what are you going to do in the evening?
There you go.
Council tax will be through the roof.
But the only plus side is, by that point, the baby boomers would have gone. And they would have stopped fucking up the world.
Well, yeah, we'll have outlasted the Tory voters. We'll literally waited them out, just laying there in spider traps like 20 years, mate. We're gonna the NHS will actually get some funding. I actually watch the TV, and every time I see Theresa May, I'm literally shouting, "Your days are fucking numbered." Yeah. Yeah, but they
don't realise that though. Like, okay, a serious question here, right? What? Like, okay, the baby boomers are obviously, to me, I feel like a lot of they're a big reason why the Tories, still have a fucking shout.
Absolutely,
right now,
it's all that. It's all just racist old white people.
Who can you really seriously see from our generation and the generations after us voting Tory? I think they're going to become a relic. I fucking hope they do.
I hope they do, but then I just think about all them people that... Basically, everyone that gets dropped off to school in a white Range Rover is probably going to end up voting Tory at some point. Yeah. That's the problem, isn't it? What we need to do is cut all the brakes on the white Range Rovers. Yeah, I know it's going to cause a mess at the school gates, but, you know, you've only got to go through it once. It'd be like six... Yeah, I don't do the school run. It's fine, mate. I think we'll be all right.
I don't know, man. I really hope they become a relic. I think their days are numbered. You know what? I have to tell myself this to keep going, to keep on in life. I have to tell myself that one day the next generations are gonna get it right.
Yeah, I mean, I tell myself that, and then I listen to stuff like the music that's currently popular, and I think, the next generation ain't got a clue. I mean,
if you went by the music that's going on right now, you'd fucking lose hope, wouldn't you? So
I already have. That's why I drink. It's why we started drinking before we started recording.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I can't take another trappy song with a vocoder and like whatever the fuck. Someone talking about doing loads of like. The thing is, I'm all for like songs about drugs in the club. You can do what you want. I'm not. I'm not here to judge. But they all talk about doing things in the club that are like the least clubby things ever. Like, I'm just going to do loads of Percocet. And then what? Sit in the corner and worry about the onset of the menopause.
See, this is what I was having this conversation with someone else the other day, yeah? And I was saying, these people are singing... Like, the thing is, like, obviously not within your circle, within my circle. I know a lot of people from, like, the hood, yeah? In the UK.
Are you saying I'm not from the hood,
I'm not
Darren?
I feel you don't strike me like you're from the hood.
I feel you may have made an assumption there.
Yeah, I am stereotyping you. I am not afraid to say this.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to say this, yeah. But you are not from the hood.
Mate, I am more hood than the bad guy from Thunderbirds.
Oh, all right.
I'm not bald. I don't look like I've just come from leukemia treatment. And round my way, people drove like 93 Saabs. And occasionally you get a Volvo Estate. That's how fucking gritty it was round my ends. No, I'm from the middle. I'm from Yarmouth. I'm just from white racist country. It's just like old farmers that don't... Mate, have you ever played in Yarmouth?
Never.
But no, they've never done a rave. So actually, no. So this is the one time someone tried to do a dubstep rave in Yarmouth.
Yeah.
I was talking. So Matty is from Wyndham, which is just outside Yarmouth. It's near Norwich.
Yeah.
So they did a rave apparently, which was Casper and Matty was on there and someone else who I can't remember. And basically, by the time Matty got there to play, they were like, just go home, we'll give you the money. And that was it. That was Yarmouth's attempt to get in on dubstep. And this was like it must have been like mid-2010 or something. But yeah, Kilowatt like was basically sent home because it was just...
But I call that a touch. You know why?
I think, yeah, because you don't...
fucking touch.
You don't fuck all for your money.
You don't live far. And I would love to turn up to a fucking party.
No, I think Matt was living in London at the time. I think he had actually gone all the way back.
It's still a fucking touch, yeah? Because let me tell you something from my experience. I would love for a party to be dead, yeah? And the promoter just look at me and go, take your money, go home.
Yeah, take yourself down the park.
No, not me. They're fucking making you go through the gauntlet, mate. Do you know what I mean? For your fucking money. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a touch.
A fair one.
I don't feel bad for you, Kilowatt. No, wherever you are.
To be fair, though, I mean... Still, every time I love going up Yarmouth, I'll never get bored of it. But I can go up there now and I can still tell you the playlist because it hasn't changed since I left. You get a bit of Pitbull, you'll get Timber by Kesha, that'll pop up some point during the night. You get... They're always chucking a couple of new ones, so you'll probably get like some Miley Cyrus or whoever's. I don't know who's selling now, but someone like that. And then you'll get... Through the Window to the Wall by Yin Yang Twins. What's that?
That's a
Get
classic.
Low. No, is that Get Low or is that the other one? They had two big hits.
I forgot the fucking name, but that's a classic.
It's a huge tune.
Classic,
and
yeah.
I mean, and at one point there were no urinals. There were just buckets catching the water coming out of the crack. You're not, mate. I'll ring one of my Yarmouth team later on. We'll get on a blower. And there was a bucket just under the urinal, just catching all the piss leaking at the bottom of the urinal. That's a Yarmouth night out.
Fucking gritty. You did come from the hood then.
Well, not really. I mean, yeah, I did. Yeah, it was so hood.
That's hood tactics right there.
But it wasn't hood in that way that's cool and you can legitimately be like, I'm from the hood. It was just like, we've got no money. which is different. Like, it's not
Yeah,
like...
but that's what the hood's saying. We've got no fucking money.
Yeah, but they all actually have, and they can kind of roll around
Not
like...
really. They're spending money that they should fucking be spending on their fucking council tax.
Yeah, but no one's... Yeah, but around my way,
Like-
no one's even spending money. It's just not happening.
I think you're more hood than me then.
Right, well, I'm glad that's settled.
Oh, well, yeah, we got there in the end,
I
didn't
feel I've made my point.
You made your point.
Mate, we
and
made
you
it
won.
like 12 minutes into this podcast before we got political as well, which is great. I mean, I didn't even think we'd get
And
that
we left
far.
that pretty swiftly as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough to say anything of relevance.
You know what? It's so bad. I'm gonna be honest, yeah? Before, leading up to this podcast, I was like, should I watch the news?
Right, so I had the same worry, and then basically I've been at festivals all last weekend filming.
Yeah.
Got back and I was like, if I read the paper now, I'm gonna have to catch up on so much. I'm gonna be so grumpy all week. So I just didn't read anything.
Yeah.
And all I've done all week because I've just been watching Marvel movies.
All right.
Because I've been illustrating the sleeve of the new vinyl. So I've just been watching Marvel movies because I've seen them before, and they're so cheerful and apolitical, like nothing in them. So you just start watch things blow up, and everyone's got a cape on,
Of course.
and life's great. And I just felt brilliant coming out, having known nothing about what's really going on, and watched a man with a big hammer like smashing robots up and all that. And yeah, I think if anything's really going wrong in life, that should be the new prescription for depression. Just watch a Marvel film.
Well, I think it already is. That's why Marvel's doing so well.
Yeah, that's why they own half of the planet.
Fucking,
But I
billions.
think give it 5 years, I think Marvel will actually have its own army and possibly an island base.
I
If
think,
they don't already have one.
I think that's coming pretty soon, to be honest. Because you got to think about Disney bought Marvel.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Disney's like, they're ready.
And
They're
really,
already at that level, mate. Do you know what I mean? They are already.
and their fingers
and
in
Star
Nazi
Wars
pies.
and-
That's Disney as well.
Yeah, so it's like they're fucking taking over everything.
and
mate,
I
aren't they?
mean, Walt Disney was a bit of a racist. And
Oh, he was.
look what happened the last time a racist had access to a whole country and loads of money.
He definitely fucking was. No matter how much people try and deny that Disney
No,
was a racist.
I mean-
no, but the people do.
Oh no, there's so many
they do,
deniers.
they do.
Like I think Disney deniers are actually worse than Holocaust deniers.
Oh, really?
We might have to edit that bit.
No, we won't.
But no, I mean that's probably they're pretty bad. Like it's like you're watching. Look at any one of their. Why has Aladdin got a US accent?
Well, I would equate. You know what? I would equate it to the same thing because it was all there for you to see. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not like you could not see it. You can see it.
Yeah, but they've gone much like a lot of kind of fascist dictators. They've now started this revisionist hit. Like Song of the South has been deleted off DVD.
Yeah, of course.
You can't get Song of the South anymore, which is flagrantly racist. Yeah. The Crows have been revoiced in Dumbo because they were flagrant. So it's like kids growing up now will just be like, oh, look at the elephant with the big ears and the fun sounding. And they don't even know that it's all been retro-engineered to remind the kids that we're not racist. We're all just fun, buy the plush toy. And
the thing for me was in a Jungle Book, the fucking orangutan singing "I Want to Be Like You."
Yeah, that's
and
kind
all
of
voiced by fucking
that's
black
kind of,
people
kind of
saying
straight
they
racist.
walk like you talk like you. As a child, watching that, I already knew. I knew from a young age that was racist.
Yeah, see, I'd not seen a black man till I was about 15. Genuinely.
Seriously?
Yeah, no.
Sheltered life.
No, I was from Yarmouth's very white. It's so white. I think it's 90-something% white.
Okay.
But, like, growing up, I literally... It wasn't that I hadn't... Like, they weren't about.
Yeah.
But I just had not been... Like, the school I was in was just a bunch of white people getting dropped off in white 4x4s.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a posh school, but, like, there's no posh schools around. So even the posh rich kids had to go to the shit schools.
Yeah.
So we were in the shittest school ever, and the diversity was still zero. And it was just it's just a strange place, and it's so backward.
But that's your environment, though, isn't it? Really, you can't really choose your environment.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't pick it. I mean, I love it because I was born there, and I'm just stuck with it. And it's home is home. I can't. But yeah, it's just I could have done so much more if I was born anywhere else. If I'd have just got out of there sooner.
I don't know. I think your background's probably contributed a lot to who you are.
Oh,
really.
without
Do you
doubt.
see what I'm saying?
Like there's a reason. Don't really know anything about anything, and it's sort of, I wouldn't say it's a strength, but it's certainly part of my grist for the mill, as it were.
I grew up in a part of London called Harlesden.
Were you Croydon or you?
No, I was northwest London, Harlesden.
Where's that?
That's like next to Wembley's, like the next.
Oh, that way, right.
It's a shithole. There's an estate called Stonebridge, which is quite well known.
Oh no, Stonebridge is the one that I know the name of that.
You got like rappers like K Coke and
that's
Nines
okay, yeah. So
comes
that's
out
that's
I grew up in those
right.
areas.
So that's
so
how
where you see Nines shoot his music video, that's where I lived. Right. So yeah, it was a shithole.
It's your shithole, isn't it?
But I feel really lucky to come out doing what I was doing. Like,
so how do you? Because you were in dubstep really early.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of link up with the Croydon then? Because I like a lot of obviously most of it was kind of Croydon based.
I'd have to go back. So basically, I used to be part of this grime crew, yeah, called Northwest Untouchables, right?
Right.
So you can tell by the name we thought we were fucking gangsters, right? We thought we were gangsters. To be honest, we did have a reputation in that part of London, right? So I was in this crew, and this is how I met Henny G. Big up Henny G.
Oh, mate.
Right? So,
I haven't seen Henny for ages.
Exactly. So he's around though.
Is he about still?
Yeah, he's about, man.
Mate,
he's working on new music, so you're going to probably see a bit more of him.
He's a sick he's a good MC as well.
Huh?
He can MC a bit and all.
He does it all, Henny, man. The thing is, he just needs to, Henny, you need to step up a bit, bro. Wherever you are. Anyway, yeah, so I ended up getting a show through my boy Rema, who owned a station called Lush FM. It was quite famous in like the pirate radio scene.
That's the most pirate radio name
Lush
ever.
FM,
Lush
yeah.
FM.
I mean, like, he had DJ like MC Neat on there. He had, like, you know, bare legends on there, yeah. Pole Sex got debuted on Lush FM, you know, because Youngstar was on Lush FM. So there's a lot of history in Lush. Turned up, and Henny was on before me and my crew. And I remember Henny playing one tune, and I was like, this is sick. And I think he was making like early dubstep. Like early, I'm saying early, like Velvet Rooms forward dubstep, do you know what I mean? Yeah, he was making it, and then I was like, what's this tune? And then he was like, oh, it's me, I made the tune. And then I was like, oh, sick, like, I make tunes as well. We exchanged numbers, came around my house, played him some of my early grime tunes, which was quite melodic. He was like, oh yeah, this is quite sick, you know, my boy Silky, you need to meet Silky, because you two make tunes on the same level, and I think you'd get on. Introduced me to Silky. We started making tunes together and stuff. Fast forward a bit more, made Hard Food. He was like, I made Hard Food and Mirage, and he was like, yeah, so Hatcher, he's on Rinse FM. I reckon if I give this to him, he'd play it. And also if I give it to Scream, like, he'd play it. And by that time, I already knew Scream was like the golden boy at the point, yeah? So, you know, at that point, you know, I thought, it's a no-brainer, give it to them, innit? I never thought they'd fucking care. Next week, all of them had cut it. Chef, fucking Scream, Hatcher. I'm tuning into Rinse now. Rinse, like, I grew up on Rinse. I'm tuning into Rinse, and my tune's fucking playing. And I'm like, the fuck is going on, mate? This is mad. Me and Henny's in his rooms, like, getting so hype, like, thinking, this is it, bruv. And then fucking Scream must say, I think he had Leeds, one of the Leeds Exoduses the week after. And he's played it, it's gone down. He's left a voicemail on Henny's phone going, fucking, this tune is fucking sick. Going nuts at 2 a.m, going, this tune is the fucking future. Yeah, right? He's just going nuts. I never forget listening to that voicemail. But yeah, that's how I got linked up with Scream. Ever since that, you know, they welcomed us. And you know what? I think when I look back on that, me, Silky, Henny, we was one of the first outside of Croydon to get welcomed into that circle, if you say. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it was
like I was obviously not there at the time.
Yeah.
I was probably listening to Dipset. I love a bit of Dipset, mate.
I was listening to Dipset. Mate, you know what?
I was just listening to Dipset and Neil Young. I was like, it's 50-50. It was like gangster rap from New York and folk music.
Fucking the Heat Makers that made all the Dipset.
Mate.
Oh,
I tell you what, the one on What the Game's Been Missing by George Santana, the Postman tune.
Yeah.
The Wait a Minute, Mr. Postman. It's Heat Makers. I've forgotten what the tune's called. I think it's called Moving. It's one of the best beats ever made. In fact, we'll do a playlist after this. We'll do a little playlist of all the shit we talk. We'll just string it all together.
Listen, those days there, the fucking Dipset.
Well, that's how Purple City got his name.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Well, it was a joint thing. Like, basically, I decided I wanted to do a clothing thing when I was at university.
Yeah.
And the first vinyl I bought whilst at uni was Purple City by Joker.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is such a... Like, because that was kind of the time I got into dubstep. Like, what? It was before that, but it was like... I was so busy with actually uni stuff that I was not like one of the heads, and I've never really used the internet I'm not like a guy that sits on chat rooms. I've never been about that.
Yeah.
So I was just buying bits and pieces here and there, and then it was about 2008, 2009, I think it was that drop, wasn't it? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, what tune are you talking about?
Like Purple City and that, when Capsize and that sound kind of come through, the really colourful stuff.
I'd maybe... Like, yeah.
When that kind of started to push through properly.
2008.
Yeah, it was around there. Like, it was that kind of second phase that started to get really... And that, for me, because they obviously were all into US hip-hop.
Yeah.
I was like, Purple City tune. And then I was like, Dipset Purple City. And I sort of got the link because I assumed there was something there because Liam listens to all that sort of stuff.
He grew up on that.
So, and I obviously am about his age, so I just was like, this makes sense. I get this. And like early Rusty and Hudmo and all the kind of gangster elements that they brought in. It was all that kind of gangster rap thing. Of course. That was where because I liked the old other stuff, but I didn't really know garage and I was never really into the kind of dub end. So I didn't get the reference points of like Horsepower so much.
Okay,
but with Horsepower, because I'm a film geek, I got all the B-movie stuff.
Shouts out to Horsepower, Shouts out to Benny Hill. His film collection is fucking ridiculous,
mate. I want to get him in for a film special. I've already spoken to him. No, I've already said this to him. We should well do like a B-movie special and get Benny in.
He is about that life.
He's the curator.
He's about that life. Samples, he knows where it's from.
The first thing I got by him was To the Rescue.
Okay.
With the first aid sign on the front.
Yeah.
And that was actually, that album was how I got linked up with Give Our Part. Like, I know Stu, so that was how I first got in touch with him. I just hit him up like, I don't know what I'm doing with my design, and yours as well. And I was really, sent him a cloying email. It was pathetic. And then he just, absolute Don, Stuart Hammersley, I got a shout out Stuart Hammersley, Mr. Give Our Part. He literally was like, I'll just bell you because it's quicker than email. And he was just like, your whole sketchbook shit, do these things and it won't be shit. And I was like,
was you disheartened? You weren't disheartened?
No, he was like, your stuff's alright, but it's just laid out.
So he didn't literally say shit, did he?
Well, no, but it was, it was heavily implied. No, but he was like, it's good stuff, but like, lay it out like this and do these things and it would just be presented. And he did it, and then I got a job with AI literally like about a month later.
Sick.
And after that, like anything Stuart needs, I come down and I do the teas, I do the coffees.
You know what side your bread is, but I don't know. I can go.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got no skills.
But some people forget, don't they? They fucking go into other things and just think, fuck the past.
Well, I mean, it's just garage. I mean, we all love a bit of garage, but even there's peak garage. I feel peak garage is on the way. Like garage has had a bit of a comeback just recently.
Yeah,
which is good. Like I love a bit of garage. It's so cheerful.
You think there's longevity in it, huh?
But the thing is, the stuff at the minute that's kind of, it's sort of like the same thing with dubstep at the minute. All the stuff that's really going at the minute, and garage is kind of the same. I think it's great and I really enjoy it, but it's like you are just kind of, it's like old school stuff come back around, which is fine, but like a lot of the stuff at the minute on dubstep sounds like the stuff Koki was doing 5 years ago. It's that kind of, and it's kind of skippy and got the...
Are you talking about more the rhythm side of...
No, I mean, that's not even a word that I agree to use around. It's still just dubstep. I don't care for that term.
Either. I think care. But you know what, big up the Yanks, because you know what, like, that's their thing, and they come up with this rhythm thing, yeah?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, call it what you want. I hate all this pigeonhole shite. I can't be bothered with that. It's nonsense.
Fucking be bothered with it.
It's absolute crap. But I just feel like, at the minute, the stuff, even if the stuff is good, it still sounds like it's 3 or 4 years old. And that's fine for a bit, but, like, long term... Like, obviously, the guys now getting into it that are making stuff, they're hearing the old stuff and being like, this is great, and trying to do stuff in that vein, which is cool. But you need that outlier, even if there's just one. Like, I mean, the last good example is probably Gantz.
Yeah.
Like,
but see, big up Amir. Like, that, it's really tricky for me because, like, as someone, I get sent a lot of tunes, right? So I go through my inbox, and a lot of times, like, I can hear things, even though someone might not be ready, I'll be like, they're not ready yet, but I can hear potential in what they're doing. No matter how I feel about at the time of what they're doing, sometimes I listen to it and I'm like, it's all samey. But sometimes I think to myself, well, this could be just the phase they're going through, to get them to something else. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when I first started making beats, the first beats I ever made, I was trying to remake fucking Dilemma by So Solid and fucking garage tunes.
It's not bad. It's not a bad start in life.
Like Kilohertz from fucking Agent X. Do you know what I'm saying? I was trying to remake tunes that or sounds that already existed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
See, I'm currently just trying to remake Phil Collins.
There you go. That's not bad. That's not a bad guy to try and remake.
Mate, I think Phil's the man. He can do anything.
He's a fucking savant. Yeah?
He's mate, Phil's like, I mean, there's the hip hop community idolise Phil Collins. He's mocked by like...
Hello.
Just had an interruption from a child called Bailey.
Sonic Waffle.
So where was we?
I can't remember now. I've just been bullying a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Feeling good about myself, bullying a child.
That's what they're there for, aren't they? So,
basically, I can't even remember. So let's talk about, the original point of this podcast was colourful dubstep.
Okay, yeah.
And where the hell that's gone? Because I was listening to, literally this morning, I was listening to City Limits Volume 2.
Amazing.
Mate, it's one, I was literally...
Volume 1 is a personal favourite for me, though.
See, Volume 1 for me, I love it, but it's a bit too big. Especially with all the 1.5s and the 1.12s, and there's all bits everywhere. It's just too huge.
Yeah.
Whereas 2 is just a more... it's the same thing, but more focused, and it's one of the best.
For me, the reason why I say number 1, because at the time, when Silky did what he was doing on Volume 1, no one was really doing that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
No one. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I remember, I literally remember the day he came to, I was at Harry Crazy's house, and Hoax, who now is DJ Beats in People Just Do Nothing, him and Harry
Is that Hoax?
Yeah, that's Hoax.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, them two, they were housemates. So we was all there in Harry's room, and Silky come, he's like, yeah, I've made some new beats. I ain't really finished them. He started playing them to us. And before that, he'd been Silky, Silky had set his standard, but this was fucking next level. And the first tune he played us was The Horizons, yeah?
Oh, mate, see, that's... that and
right?
Headbutt the Deck off the first one.
Yeah, he had that as well at the time,
mate,
yeah, right?
Yeah, that's
So
fucking...
he played us The Horizons, and I was like, me and Harry looked at each other, and we was like, this guy is on some next level shit right now. And then he played us Headbutt the Deck.
Oh.
And then we was like, no, this is next level. And then he played us Concrete Jungle. And then those 3 tunes were the only 3 tunes he had. And then he was like, yeah, I've started an album. I think I'm going to finish it within another 2 weeks. And he literally finished the album within 2 weeks.
Fuck.
And literally, I just think to myself, that is a seminal album just in dubstep. And I think it gets overlooked a lot because of other things that's happened, but...
Oh, mate, I genuinely think like that. The problem is, because that sound...
Yeah.
Silky's obviously the primary guy for it, but because that sound doesn't mix with with the kind of standards that well, it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, most DJs are reluctant to play it in a mix because it will stick out like a sore thumb because it's its own thing.
And where do you go from that?
Yeah, exactly. if you drop that in, you can't then go back to your bro step bangers or your rhythm or whatever.
The problem is, once you go there, there's only a handful of producers you can keep rotating through. There's not enough troops on that side.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like drum and bass where you've got a whole liquid side of producers to keep you rolling for. You could do a whole fucking 4 hours of that shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
I would rather die than listen to 4 hours of liquid drum.
But I'm just saying, because you had the more melodic side, you got 4 hours.
No, there's
you could have
enough
4 hours
people
worth.
doing it.
In dubstep, we are limited. Yeah. I was thinking the other day, do you know what I miss? Martin. Did you ever hear any of Martin's stuff?
Martin's the early ones on 3024 and that. It's just, that stuff's magical.
We need another Martin. We need another Martin.
Unfortunately,
where is he?
Unfortunately, we've just got 4,000 people trying to rip off Gantz's triplet thing.
This is the thing, man. It's inspiration, I don't have a problem with inspiration, Everyone gets inspired, when I first started releasing on Medi, Malo was a big inspiration for me, So I was inspired by Malo's stuff. You use that energy to get to wherever you're going. You could look back, even if you look back in the history of dubstep, and you look at people like Chromestar, who are now on their next level of what they're producing. Chromestar came in and he had a lot of music that sounded like other people. Do you understand what I'm saying? But he formulated his sound, and went to wherever he was going. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's the proper definition of synthesis.
Yeah.
You take the things you like and you repurpose them
Exactly.
into what you do. And I think this is the thing I think with a lot of new guys that they're missing. They just sample shit off something that's already been made, and then make another thing that sounds like the thing they sampled, based off samples they sampled. Yeah. So it's just like a photocopy of a photocopy, and it's not bad. Technically, it's probably
just turned into
but...
a circle jerk right now, and that's the problem. It's like there's no one's trying to get to... The thing is, I don't want to be harsh because I don't want it to be like I'm not giving people a chance or certain people a chance, but it's like. You have to be trying to formulate your own sound, yeah?
I don't see why you wouldn't though. Like, if I ever learn to produce, or if anyone does, like, what's the point in me trying to copy you or Scream or whoever? Because you can do it better than me anyway. You've been doing it for 20 fucking years or whatever. Yeah. So there's no point. If I learn all these skills, why should I just replicate your kind of sound? Because I can't do it as well because it's not my sound. Yeah. So what's the point? And what are you getting from it? Because you just kind of look lazy and shit. Yeah. And like, I'd rather see someone that, like, I love it when I get sent stuff from my label that's just like, it sounds like fucking sheer wall of noise. Like, it's, I don't care about, I've EQ'd the snare for 6 months and I took a week off work to mix down the bass. I don't give a fuck.
I'm terrible with that shit. I want
to hear stuff that just sounds nuts. Yeah, I just listen to it and I go, what the fuck is going on? Yeah.
You want to hear creation. You want to hear, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I understand, and that's how I feel,
I'll tell you the best example of that, right? So Freaker Leak by Petey Pablo. Okay, yeah. It's a fucking huge tune anyway, but it's on 2 Westwood compilations, which I both own. And I've also got the vinyl, and all of them are mixed to shit. Like, if you put them on, if I put them on my decks with my proper monitors, it sounds terrible. The bass fuzzes constantly because it's just mixed to shit. Yeah. And like, there's no copy that doesn't sound crap. I've bought the 320s, and the 320 is obviously just the normal one resold as a 320. Yeah. They all sound dog shit. It's still a better tune than whatever the fuck you spent 6 months engineering going, I know about this and I've
you're going by vibe though, isn't it?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But the point is, I'd rather have a tune that fuzzes the fuck out in a club. Yeah. But it's Freaker Leak by Petey Pablo.
I think that's a good point you made, because you know what? One of the things that I would ultimately, like, if someone asks me what I value the most in music, is vibe.
You need bangers. It's just bangers.
I can overlook the shittest mixdown, if there's a vibe to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't really care. Like, I couldn't even tell a producer who made a tune that had a shit mixdown what to do with it if it had a vibe. Like, if I had a vibe, I'd be like, bro, I'm just as lost as you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I like it, but I can't tell you what to do.
There's probably a button you can press.
Yeah, there's probably, I don't know, meeting this up. But, like, do you understand what I'm saying?
To take that to a film analogy, why do you think Nicolas Cage is... Like, he's a nuisance, basically. He is. You watch him in a film and he's running around looking like he's having a fit for most of it.
He's a bit of a
or possibly a stroke. But he's brilliant as a result. Yeah. He's got a vibe to him. Yeah. You may not like it, but he's got his thing. See, he's Nicolas Cage, isn't he?
I'm on the I hate Nicolas Cage train. Do you know what I'm saying? There was a point I liked him. Face Off. Fucking
Face
amazing.
Off is shit.
I love Face Off.
Oh, mate.
I love Face Off,
it's
bro.
Terrible.
I love Face Off, bro.
I started watching that, literally. I was like, shit. I realised about halfway through, because I'd seen it before, but I'd not watched it in a while. We were watching it about a year ago. And I was like, I'm going to have to book a week off work to finish watching this. It's about a month long. Yeah. So I was like, we're only 2 weeks in. I'm going to have to fucking book this off. Yeah. And then at the end, by the time we got to the end, I was like...
Okay, look,
shit, nothing's happened. This is so long.
I'm not talking about Oscar-winning performances.
No, I don't mean that.
I'm not even talking about a fucking good writing, yeah?
Mate, I love shit writing.
What I'm saying is comically good.
Oh, yes, it's hilarious.
It is fucking comically good. Because, I don't know, man, it skips the line for me. It dabbles in the line between good and bad.
I think
I still think it's a classic.
No. The thing is,
it's a fucking classic.
I will watch it as many times as it's on, because the thing I love is when it started, like all that shit with the doves and all that John Woo standard stuff.
John Woo in it.
He's the worst. He's the most dated man ever.
The fucking trademarks.
You rolling?
Yeah. Mate, we're at work. What are you even doing? No, I'm joking. Come in. Wait, come in. Come in. No, come on. Get it. No, come on, Craig. So we've got a special guest.
Someone's delivered.
We've got a
some vinyl.
special guest coming in. Craig, pop in.
He's running off.
No, come on, Craig, don't make a run for it, mate. He's made a run for it, for fuck's sake.
Anyway, what's that vinyl?
So this is. I'm gonna have to look it. I can't remember that. This is Destruction and Primal Drums by Tech Unlimited. Which is, it's a drum and bass. So my friend runs a company called Vinylized. I'm going to plug the fuck out of him because it's actually a sick thing.
That's what he's here for.
So that's my brother Craig. He's chief of production for all our video stuff.
Yeah.
He runs a company called Vinylized, where basically it's like Kickstarter for vinyl. So you put out your release that you want to get released or a repress, and it doesn't get pressed till you get enough people paying for it that it gets repressed. So there's no outlay.
Yeah.
You just get, so that one needs 300 people paying for it in advance, and then it gets pressed. So that's his thing. And yeah, this is the first one, which is, I know shit about drum and bass, but this is an old kind of drum and bass banger from the label is In Perspective Records, which I don't know, but they're like a 90s big team.
All right.
But yeah, so I've got a couple bits on there, and I think Plastician's got some Terrorism bits on there.
Oh, is it, yeah?
Yeah, Chris has got a few bits on there.
Shouts out to Chris Reed.
Oh, mate, what a man. He's just finished Rinse, isn't he?
No way.
Yeah, he's just finished. This is last week. He's doing
What's he doing now in life?
He's doing his own stuff. He's starting his own thing.
Podcasts, what?
He's doing podcasts
and
Facebook Live stuff. But yeah, man, he's starting his own thing I think he's doing it via Facebook, and he's got Wavepool as his YouTube channel. So he's doing his thing on there. But mate, I love the stuff he's playing at the minute.
Chris, man, he's always been on his own wave, hasn't he? Chris.
He's also one of the nicest humans on planet Earth.
Of course, yeah.
He's just he's a
and
G.
funny as well. He's funny guy.
Oh, he's hilarious. Like, the amount of people what's funny is, I mean, he obviously probably can't admit it, but the amount of people I see copying his Instagram and like the way he kind of runs his Instagram. I see so many people that obviously know and follow him, and then they kind of don't copy, but they massively copy.
I don't really go on Instagram, though. Oh,
mate, that's the only one I've dropped them all off now. I don't go Facebook or Twitter.
I never really had time for Instagram.
I like pictures.
It's really bad because I've got a label and I've got to promote shit. I'm like the worst person to run a label in that sense.
The only reason I do go on Facebook now is because I know I need to just.
You know what? Facebook was therapy for me at one point, yeah. Oh, once therapy was over, I was done with it. I was like, fuck it.
It's the pits, mate.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the thing is, I shit you not. I know it's all tinfoil hat nonsense.
Yeah.
But if you look at the basics of it, right? Facebook now, like Facebook dictate with their obviously they've got ridiculous. They earn more than most countries do. Yeah. Right. So if they want to start a private army next week, they've actually got the budget for that. Yeah. And they also kind of dictate with all their algorithms and how they work. They dictate the flow of traffic on anything you post. Because if you post a video, it does better than a photo. If you post a photo, it does better than a... So they can sort of say, well, we're only doing videos now. So they can... And on top of that, they have control of it all above all of that. So they can dictate how a political party's post do. Yeah. Whether it's paid up and above ground or behind closed doors. Yeah. They can literally dictate anything. So I think the next world war will be like Google versus Facebook. Or I think that's where it'll end up. Yeah. It'll be companies that earn more than countries. Yeah. Like Britain's current GDP is like about probably not even the same as Facebook's. And Facebook, just roll around not paying tax anywhere because they make so much money for little countries that we don't charge them corporate. And it's like, if it ends up Google versus Facebook, where do you end up as a nation? The world is going to implode. It's going to go horribly wrong. It's going to implode. Although I would love to see a war where everyone's just got a permanent Snapchat filter. Just like, whilst you're bayoneting someone's guts out, you've just got the floppy dog ears. Don't get me wrong. Everyone has their fucking vices with social media, man. But I just don't understand that shit, bro. Like, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to seem like a fucking social media snob. Yeah. I think it's fine to be one. I am one. Like, I don't want to come across as that. I'm a complete social media. I just don't understand it. Like I've scrolled through Instagram and I've seen things, and you get. I've seen things, man. I've seen things, man. And like,
you get the accounts where it's the comedy accounts and everyone's coming with the memes and stuff.
But they're not. But it's not even good comedy.
It's not, and it's like it reeks of people trying.
It's
too
so
hard.
mate. It's so that
trying too hard, like to get the likes, and trying too hard to like. It's not natural comedy, is it? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like.
That's entirely it. And the thing, the interesting thing is people go, oh, it's just the new television. It's just the new, it's replaced normal TV. But the thing is, with TV in 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if a show was shit and it got no ratings, it got dropped.
Yeah.
And there wasn't some weird magic to how that worked. If no one watched it, it wasn't any good. I'm not saying it was a perfect system.
Yeah.
But it was quite direct.
Yeah,
if it didn't get any viewers, it didn't really get It didn't get recommissioned.
Yeah.
Whereas Facebook, if you make a shit video that adheres to all their rules and fits their algorithm, and you've got the right hashtags and the right this and that, it'll do just fine. And then it gets loads of shares, and then because of the way their viral thing works, it gets shared more, and the more it gets shared, the more you see it. So as a result, there's no real quality control, because if you go, well, that's a load of shit, but everyone shares it and you share it going, it's a load of shit, then it still gets shared. So that's
still popular. And it's not going to make the person that created it think, oh, I need to step my game up. They're going to think, well, fuck, man, I'm doing the right fucking thing here.
Yeah, exactly.
They're lapping it up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But that's why Katie Hopkins is a thing. Because
this is why a lot of people are a fucking thing.
Yeah, because
do you understand what I'm saying?
They say what they shouldn't, and they get reshared going, this is wrong, and they get loads of coverage.
Why do they exist?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
But they get coverage, and as a result, someone will pay for that coverage. So, like, those people like Katie Hopkins, they know that you'll share it going, she's the worst person ever. But by sharing it, you're helping her, because she's got another point on her fucking little percentage. There's some wanker with a pie chart and a clipboard somewhere going,
Well, this is the thing. On social media, hate equates to popularity.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, I reckon Hitler would have smashed social media.
Of course.
It'd have been well on it. It'd have had gifts and all sorts.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And he would have had his fucking faithful followers. Well, he did, didn't he?
But he had him long before.
He did.
They just weren't looking for a phone charger every time they went to a festival.
He did. All right? But this is it. Like, social media is like a lose-lose situation right now in society, because, like you said, even if you fucking hate the person, you hating them. Yeah, you know what social media, the way to fucking win in social media?
Just not play.
It's to say nothing.
Yeah, mate, I'm off it. I've got off it, and I'm so much happier.
Let me tell you something. Just give you an example, yeah? I've had people come at me on my Facebook or whatever and hate on my page because I've said...
Oh, you got those emails? Oh, good.
Yeah, cool. From you, yeah, you got it from you. Yeah, like, because I've said something, yeah? And they've been like, stop talking about drama, yeah? In public, right? But then they don't realise, right, that them doing that and writing that on my page.
Yeah, that's still a thing. That's more drama.
You have now created drama, and you have become who I am,
isn't it?
who you think I am, right?
It's like the monster that feeds itself.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm looking at them like, you're a dickhead, because how can you might have had a point now, but now your point is fucking void because you're doing the same thing that I did. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, my thing is, the thing is with social media, yeah, right? You've got the people who know who they are and decide to just be who they are. Yeah, right? I'm going to be this person. There's the people that I'm not going to say nothing, or I'm going to be this person that's going to say a load of bullshit that might ruffle some feathers. Yeah, right? And then you've got the people who like to make themselves seem superior to everyone else by talking about the fact that they're not like these people that they don't like.
Yeah, they're right? my favourite are the people that go on social media to document how much they don't like engaging with social media. And it's like, if you don't care, why are you here?
You are that person now.
Yeah, it's all
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I haven't got time to watch people who say negative things on social media, but I
have. I spend most of my time.
No, but that's what they say. They'll say that. They'll write a status saying that. But in you saying that, you're part of the bullshit now that you didn't want to be part of.
Yeah, see, I love combing that shit. I'm just there combing around.
That's it.
Just watching some bullshit.
Ruffling feathers on social media is
and what's great
best
is
thing.
What I find fascinating is, because, we've done this before. I've literally done this with you before on there. Like, I'll say things that I don't think at all.
Yeah.
But I know it'll upset someone.
I love it, bro.
And I do it because people just assume if you post it, you definitely meant it, and that's the thing.
That's your life now. Yeah, that is your life.
So I just say any old shite, and someone chips off, and I'm just like, I just go away. I don't care. And they're just there ranting and raving, and I'm like, then I just come back with, yeah, but well, I know more than you because you're stupid. And then which is a rubbish comeback anyway.
Yeah, of course it is.
And then they go, well, no, because you're stupid. And I'm just there like, well, great. I'm going to carry on watching this film, but I'm just going to say
keep taking the bait, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
And that's the thing, man. It's like,
worked out great for me.
I've had people approach me genuinely concerned for me because they think that this is my life. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, that just goes to show that a lot of people, they take everything that someone says, they believe that's what they are doing.
If it's on social media, if you say it in real life, I say things in real life and people go, nah, mate, no, that's bullshit. But then I say it on social media and it's definitely a thing.
It's definitely a thing.
And I'm like, why is it more of a thing on there than in real life, face to face? Like, how is this But it's become like, now I find if I had more money, I would basically be like, I'd be a social media fox hunter. I'd be like a fucking Tory. I'd just be there like, come on boys, we're off. It's Sunday morning. We've all had a few. I've been in the pub for 45 minutes. And I'd just go find someone and be like, yeah, this album's shit. And that's shit because the snares are really badly compressed and they only spent 25 minutes. And they'd be like, well, no, because they actually did this for ages. And I'd be like, well, no, because they're shit. And people don't get that. I'm just doing it because I know you're...
And that's not who you are.
No, I just do it because I'm an
most
arsehole.
Important thing, you know.
I'm
it's
just
like
an arsehole. It's just funny.
It's like they literally will take something that someone says and... Okay, say you have a week where you're consistently talking on one topic, yeah? And you have this one stance for the whole week. They will equate your stance on one subject and they will then put that into how you must stand on so much other things in your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like we're all one-dimensional people.
I am. I have no real depth. I'm just...
No, but I'm saying
just
like...
a series of witty catchphrases and good looks.
But there's different dimensions there, isn't it? Like you...
No, God no.
So, okay.
Literally.
Okay.
I'm just hanging around until
I'm giving you more credit than you deserve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously.
I'm just hanging around until someone buys me a really posh car and I can drive around being a scumbag.
I think there's more dimensions than you're fucking letting off, mate.
I think you're a nicer man. I think you're a nicer man than you should be, Darren. I'm a complete arsehole.
I'm not really that nice, to be honest. But
no, I'm debatable. I mean, I hate this podcast.
Yeah, to be honest,
we've not even finished episode 1. It's already nonsense.
It's already nonsense. But yeah, look, we've made our point about social media, innit?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've made enough points. We've made more points in an hour than most people make in a fucking year whilst they're cloying up to booking artists. Booking agents are booking artists because there's always just artists running around going, I'm going to book an artist because I'm an artist that books. Booking agents and it's just all nonsense. It's just all waffle. Listen,
this is where I'm at in life. Yeah, it's all fucking bullshit.
Well, mate, you've watched a child come out of a human. You've been through the wormhole.
And that made me see that life is even more bullshit. Do you understand what I'm saying? After my daughter was born, I realised a lot more shit than I previously thought is actually bullshit. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I thought a lot of shit was bullshit before her. Do you know what I'm saying? And now even more things are bullshit.
So let's do a quick list. What are the current things that are bullshit?
Politics is fucking bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's standard.
Opinions are fucking bullshit,
mate. No opinions. My opinions are not bullshit. My opinions are sacrosanct.
Well, you're obviously gonna have
what you've used on what you've used on the Corb. He's like Corbyn. He's like the junction.
Corb is the guy until he's not the guy.
Yeah.
Which he inevitably
won't
not
be. Yeah, will not be. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? This is how I look at it. Like my missus is like, you're so like skeptical and dubious of everything.
I get told that all the time, and I think that makes me a realist.
I think I'm a realist.
Exactly, that's it.
Because you know what? Humans are going to fuck up, and they consistently fuck up. We consistently fuck up. Give us an inch, we're going to fuck up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, people put faith in an individual, and they're like, oh, this person's going to change everything. They're going to, save us all. No, they're not, yeah? Inevitably, down the line, that person is going to fuck up.
I mean, I think the continuing success of the Transformers franchise is proof that humans are scum.
There you go.
If you ever,
Michael Bay is a fucking piece of shit.
Mate, #1 in the box office right now is Transformers, the Age of the Knights or Dark Knight, some shit. But whatever
bullshit it is right now.
That's #1 in the box office, and #4 or something is fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. That basically explains to me that humans don't know what they want, they don't know what they need, and they'll just look at any old shit you feed them. It's the word. It's the fucking
I suppose, you know what the problem is, yeah?
Pirates of the Caribbean is the problem.
That's another big problem though. But Transformers is the main problem though.
Yeah, that's not any better.
No, it is the problem.
No, it is worse.
It is the problem.
I don't know, because I'm just more annoyed by Johnny Depp than I am robots that turn into cars.
Yeah, but Johnny Depp's like a fucking cunt, isn't he?
He's an absolute scumbag. He's the worst. He's the pits, man.
If you actually like research or read,
he's like a dirty wife-beating scumbag.
Yeah, but
he's
read
evil.
about his money problems and why
he's a fucking waste man.
Why he can't get it together.
He's like the original waste
because he doesn't
man.
want to give up a private jet.
Yeah, he's some shit like that, and he's got a felt hat that he wants to fly around the world.
He's a fucking piece of shit. Yeah. Right? Fuck Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Fuck him in the bum. Rubbish, mate.
That's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying. We got these people walking around, and you want me to have hope in life.
Exactly. We're not cynics. We're just realists.
Just realists. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sonic Waffle, episode 1, over and out.
Sonic Waffle. Sonic Waffle. Sonic Waffle.